Hey guys, welcome back to Wreath Works by Libby. I'm Libby. Today we're going to be making a fall wreath. I've already preloaded my form here. This is a 14-inch wired frame from Dollar Tree, and I've used pipe cleaners on here. And I have two different kinds of burlap mesh, or two different colors, not kinds. I've got this moss green and this like sunflower yellow, I think it is. It's got the white and the yellow in there. And these are two pizza rolls. So we're going to use both of those. Have this cute little scarecrow here. I got just a few picks. And of course my ribbon. I'll show you that when I get to making the bows and stuff. But right now I'm going to cut the mesh. Let me set everything out of the way. Let me get my mesh cutter up here. I'm going to use my rotary cutter. Using burlap mesh, if you prefer to use a wood cutting tool or a burner type tool, you most certainly can. Just make sure you're ventilated, because the fumes can be toxic or whatever. I used to burn mine, but I can't stand the smell of it, so I just don't. And it's just a lot faster with this, and the way that I squish it all together to put it on the wreath, the ends aren't out, so it don't really affect it that much. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera down. Okay, and I'm going to cut these at 20 inch, well, about 19, 20 inches, something like that. And I'm going to cut the rest of this roll. I do not know how much is left on here. I do not know how many I'm going to get. But I'm just going to cut until I can't cut no more in 20 inches, and then I'll do the same for the yellow. So I just measure out anywhere between 19 and 20 inches. It does not have to be exact. I just put my rotary cutter down between 19 and 20. I'm not measuring, I just eyeball it. Wreath making is not an exact science, because you can always change things up however you want to do things. You're the creator. Or the artist, if you want to call yourself an artist. Okay, it looks like that's going to be the last one I get. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I at least need to get 6 out of the yellow, because I have 18 ties. So I need 18 pieces of mesh. And I hope I have enough. Don't be close, guys. Oh. Now, lucky for me, okay, I got 4 out of the yellow. Lucky for me, I've got 2 extra pieces of the green that I used on another project. So I'll just add those, and that's 2 pizza rolls down. That is no longer in my stash. Okay. So with these 4, yellow ones. I'm going to try and spread them out so they're kind of even around the whole thing, so they all don't end up in one spot. And with this mesh here, I'm just going to roll it under twice. Y'all guys know how I do it. I basically do that every time I do a wreath. And I roll the other end under twice also. Now this burlap mesh is going to be kind of thick. So you want to make sure your ties are tied down really good. Curl it under, scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. And if it's already curled under, I just leave it and just go right on through there. Let me do a yellow one. I think it would work out more even if I use that yellow on the outside edges. Okay guys, so I'm going to go around and I'm going to get this done, and then I'll be back to show you what I'm doing next. Okay, so this is what we have. Got yellow on each side. Now we're going to figure out where we're going to put all this stuff. And I'm thinking I want the Scarecrow to come out the top. And then maybe have a big bow right here. And then have the peaks kind of like behind him. So let me get my glue gun plugged up. And I'm going to see how long I need to make this. I think I might can. I can use these ties here. And tie them in there. What I'm thinking anyway. Maybe cut that part off. And that way we can put the bow right here. Okay, so let's make the bow. I'm also going to hit those spots where I tied him in with the glue gun when the glue gun gets warm. So let's make a bow. Okay, these are the ribbons that I'm going to use. Y'all seen this before. This is that 7/8 of an inch or 5/8 of an inch. 7/8 of that brown embossed. Y'all have seen this before, I believe. This is just a mesh type, and it's twine. think y'all have even seen this. It's just 2.5 inch plaid, all the fall colors. And then we'll throw in this 1 inch, 1.5 inch with just the fall leaves. It's got the green on the edging. So that's what we're going to use. So we're going to make an 8-inch tail, then a loop, and that's about 6.5 inches. We'll make kind of a long tail. I didn't measure it. It's about 16 inches. Okay. I'll come in with this, make a tail, twist it, make a loop, a little bit smaller, twist it, make a loop, and make a tail. I'm going to make this tail a little bit longer than the last one because I'm going to roll it up at the end. Okay. Let's come in with this one. Short tail, a loop on each side. Tail. I'm going to come back in with this one. Do a loop on each side. Tail. Okay. Trying to keep all my loops kind of separated here, so you can see all the texture. And I think I'm going to finish this off with the brown. Changed my mind. I'm going to come back in with this little leaf piece and make just one little loop in the middle. Okay. Get all this out of the way. Y'all hear church bells? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. I need a pot here. I mean a zip tie. Y'all, I buy this big tub of these at the hardware store. And they have like 3 or 4 different sizes in there. It's the True Value hardware store. I'm not affiliated or anything. I'm just sharing because I live in a small town, so I'm not close to like Lowe's or them big hardware stores that sell big supplies of those. I mean, yes, you can grab them off of Amazon or wherever you buy your craft supplies, but I like the variety in a pack, so that's why I buy them from my hardware store. And you put your pipe cleaner in there. Get it snug, but not to cinch down yet. I want to get all these tails going where I want them, or at least in the right direction. This one's supposed to be up there. Okay. Cinch it down. Take the excess off. Now we're going to clean up these ends. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to fold it back because it's only wired on the edges, so if I cut this, all this in the middle is just going to fall apart. This one I'm going to dovetail. This one I'm going to dovetail. This one I'm just going to cut at an angle. You could dovetail this one, it's thick enough to hold it, but I just like the smaller ones cut at an angle. That one's at an angle, that one's at an angle. Now see, this one's cut at an angle. I'm going to dovetail this one. See how it looks, which one I like better because it is smaller ribbon. But I like the dovetail on this. Okay. And if you just take your ribbon in between your fingers like this and just run it, it gives it that little curl. Curls it backwards. Okay, let me do the top ones. I'm going to fold this one under as well. Try and do it neater than I did. Okay. Glue gun hot. So let me come in here and glue this Scarecrow in. Where he's tied down. Okay. And I'm going to stick his little leg down there so it'll hide the glue. Okay, now I'm going to take and put this bow right on this stick. Right at his feet. Okay. And then I'm going to take this excess that's back here, and I'm going to tie it around the wreath form. For a little bit extra security. Now, of course, after you flip it back right, you're going to have to flip your bow again. We'll do that in a second. We'll get the bow looking right. Okay. So now, I want to kind of make a little floral area around the top of the bow and around him. So I'm going to cut some of this up. This is just a willow sprig thing from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut some pieces off of there. And I've got an orange one as well. Okay, and I've got this. This is like a little sprig with the acorn on it. It looks like it was more than this at one time. So let's see if I can't cut that piece off. I don't know if I can. No. I may have to just cut the spriggly pieces off because, y'all, I'm not killing my hand over one little branch. Okay. And these are all bendable, shapeable. So we're going to get the little branches off of here. I may stick that acorn in the bow somewhere. Cut these little pieces off. And I also have these little berries. These are going to be hard to cut also. I'm just going to rip these off. And see what we can come up with. Okay. Let's see. We got his foot back here, which is fine. We want to kind of have the bow about where we want it to be. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick that acorn right at the top of the bow. I'm going to put lots of glue on there. Okay, and this one goes right there. Okay. Now let's start with some of these taller pieces. See how I like it before I commit to it. I'm just getting a general idea cool. I'll bring it on down the sides maybe. Okay. And then we can go in and stick some little, let's see how I like that. Y'all, this is the part that I sometimes don't like is about creating wreaths, is not knowing how it's going to look. That's why I'm dry fitting this stuff in here, so I can see. And I know y'all don't probably care to see all this, but we can come in with some of the leaves. But I want to know how it's going to look before I commit to it. So. All right. Okay, y'all, I don't think I'm going to use these twigs today. Y'all can't see what I've done here. I've just took and dry placed all these little branches and stuff just to see if I like it, and I think I do, so I'm going to go ahead and glue them. Get this out of the way. And since I put them in there dry, I know exactly where they need to go. Clean that up a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry if this is a kind of a long video, but it's been a weird week, and I haven't been thinking about wreaths a whole lot this week, so. Okay. Oh, I just did that one. So when I come out here today, I didn't know what I was going to do. I knew I wanted to make breast cancer awareness photo, so I got that done. If you haven't seen that video, it come out the same day as this one, so make sure you go check that out. Because I felt bad for not making a video the past couple days, so I was like, I'll just give them two. I'll give them a bow video and a wreath video. And y'all, this is probably the last of my fall ones that I'm going to do. Unless I get a special order. Is that glue in? No. That isn't here. And this one over here somewhere. I'm not sure where now. I'll just stick it right down in here. Okay. This and this. And you know, all these little things, except for the willow sprigs, or these things, all of this was scrap stuff. My wire's trying to catch. Or scrap pieces of sprigs and stuff like that. So when I'm getting about done with the season, I start to try and use the scrap pieces if I can, so that way I don't have as much to pack up. think that is everything. One here, I'm going to have to cut this one down some. You can't see everything. And that was a terrible dovetail. Okay. Now I'm just going through fluffing my bow out. Making sure you can see all that you want to see. Uh-oh. I didn't get this one. One burn. I did really good to only get one burn today. Okay. I'm going to attempt to roll this up. Okay. And instead of cutting this, because it's a little long, I'm just going to make the bottom fold a little bit bigger so it don't fall off the end of the wreath quite as much. They always say it's all in the details, but I guess they're right. I don't know. Okay. So now I guess we need some ribbon tails. Let me unplug my glue gun. It's always so hard. Okay, and y'all know me, I do the 12-inch tails. And I'm just going to use whatever ribbon I have left. 2, 3. 4. Yeah, I'm only going to get 4 of these. It's okay. Y'all, earlier, funny story. I paused the camera for something, and I picked something up, I think from down here, and I have this fear of the sticky-feeted frogs. Well, there was one stuck to whatever I picked up, and y'all, I dropped it so fast, and I screamed like a little youngin'. I'm glad, so glad, that I paused the video, because that would have been embarrassing. But my husband makes fun of me all the time about that, about frogs. I just don't like them. I think they're cute, but I don't want them on me. I don't like the way they feel. So, there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many of these did I have? I had 4. Okay, I can get. Let's see how many of these I can get. I can use up this ribbon. But yeah, I thought it was funny after it happened. I was like, Lord, I'm so glad that video was paused, because I'd have had everybody on YouTube laughing at me. But who knows? I may have went viral because I jumped 10 feet off the ground, threw stuff across the table, and he's still in here. I just don't know where he is right now. So if I scream later, you know why. Okay. I'm probably going to need at least 4 or 5 on each side. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Let's see how many of these I can get. Two, I think just 2, maybe 3. 3. Y'all know, y'all, I don't do anything the way everybody else does it. So, you may find my videos kind of like confusing. But if you're not trying to follow everybody else, then it really isn't confusing at all, because I just do what I want to do. And that's just that. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the bigger ones. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 5 of these. I'm just going to cut these at an angle. Come to the other end, do the same thing, kind of line them all up the best you can. Okay. And I'm just going to mix these all up. I'm going to try and keep them all the same. Okay. But you never know. I never know how any of this is going to turn out. This. just finding the middle of the ribbon here, pinching it together, and adding it on here. Yeah, I do ribbon tails last, so it doesn't use as much ribbon. Because what's the point in putting a ribbon tail underneath this scarecrow if you can't see it? What's the point of putting one underneath this bow if you can't see it? That's just how I think. So, but if you want to put ribbon tails in every single tie, go for it. Y'all, I know y'all having a hard time seeing because I'm way over there. I just don't have no room. And I'm right-handed, so I keep everything on my right side so I can grab it. Probably not the best solution for y'all, but... I think this is kind of cute. Okay, I've got 3 left. Well, 2 actual ones. And then one that's going to be different. So, I'm going to put this different one kind of down here underneath the bow. That one's not different. This one's the different one. Okay, now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to take this one. I chose this one because that is already right there, so I want something different right there. Okay, and over here, I'm going to go right here. Now this is kind of cute. This is kind of cute. Look at it. It's kind of cute. What do you think? Of course, you know, you got to go in there and fluff your bow and all that stuff. But yeah, it's kind of cute. Alright guys, that's it for me today. I promise I'll try to get back out here. I just got a lot going on right now. So, thank you for hanging out with me each and every time that you do. Thanks for commenting. I try and read every single comment. If I miss one, it's just because my eyes were tired and didn't see it that day. But, yeah. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Especially if you like this content. I know I skipped a lot of parts in the beginning, like loading up the frame and stuff like that. But if you want to see how I do that, you can go to any other video. I believe I do it in most of them. I show you how I do it, especially the earlier ones. So feel free to check those out, and I will see y'all next time.